With everything going on in the world, it can feel like there's a ton of uncertainty. But underneath all that noise, there's a quiet, yet incredibly powerful revolution happening right now. It's not happening in government buildings or on battlefields, it's happening on our screens. A whole new digital frontier is opening up, and it's offering some of the most amazing opportunities for creating wealth that we have ever seen. So what does this new frontier actually look like? Let's dive in.
And this quote, it just nails it. The old rules are totally changing. It's not about the stuff you own anymore, it's about the systems you can run. And this isn't some far-off prediction for the future. It's what's happening right now, and today we're going to break down exactly what that means for you.
So to really get a handle on this massive shift, we've got to ask, why? Why is all of this happening now? Well, the answer starts with the foundation of pretty much everything we do today, the internet.
Just let that sink in for a second. We've basically built a whole new world, a digital planet where the old barriers, like where you live or what resources you have, are starting to matter less and less. And on this new planet, well, artificial intelligence is the one writing the new rules of the game.
And honestly, this next part should be a huge relief for a lot of you. You do not need a PhD in machine learning to be a part of this. The future doesn't just belong to the genius coders building the AI, it belongs to the clever people who can use it to solve real, actual problems. It's about being a great problem solver first and foremost. To really understand just how massive this AI thing is, it actually helps to take a step back and look at history. This is definitely not the first time a new technology's come along and completely changed the world.
Just look at this pattern, right? The agricultural revolution, that was all about boosting our muscle power. Then the Industrial Revolution came along to automate stuff we did with our hands. Then the internet, that helped us manage this insane flood of information. See? Each step leveled up what humans could do. And now we have AI. Its job is to help us with the scarcity of insight, to find the signal in all the noise. It really is the next logical step.
Okay, let's talk about the big fear in the room. The robots are coming for our jobs. But if you look at history, that's just not how these things play out. New technologies don't just get rid of work, they change it, they elevate it, they create whole new kinds of jobs, stuff we can't even dream of right now, and they push us to be more creative and more strategic.
And we're not just talking theory here, folks. The money involved is absolutely staggering. Just look at this number. In Africa's retail sector alone, generative AI could unlock something like $10.4 billion. That shows you this isn't some Silicon Valley thing, this is a truly global opportunity.
Okay, so what exactly is this AI that we're all talking about? What does it actually look like right now, today? Let's get a clear picture.
Right now, pretty much everything we call AI is what's known as narrow AI. Think of tools like ChatGPT. They're incredible at very specific tasks, like recognizing patterns in language, but they don't really understand things the way a person does. Now, the big goal, the thing everyone's racing towards, is artificial general intelligence, or AGI. That would be a system that could learn and reason across all sorts of different fields, much more like a human brain.
And listen, that future might be way closer than you think. A lot of top experts believe there's a real chance we could achieve AGI by 2040. Yeah, 2040. This isn't science fiction anymore, it's a very real roadmap, and that's exactly why we need to be getting ready for it now.
Okay, this next slide, this is what gets me really excited. For the first time in history, the most powerful tool for productivity we've ever created is basically in everyone's hands. A student in Lagos with a simple smartphone now has access to the kind of computing power that entire research institutions would have killed for just a decade ago. The playing field has never been more level.
All right, so we've talked about the why and the what. Now let's get to the really good stuff, the how. How can you, personally, actually start creating value in this new era? Let's break down the playbook. First things first, you've got to learn to speak the language of AI, and that language is called prompt engineering. Seriously, it's like the new grammar. It's the skill of giving these incredible tools super clear, specific instructions so that you get back something genuinely useful instead of just, garbage. Check out this story. A colleague was trying to get stock tips from a bunch of different AIs, and what they got back was a total mess, confusing, contradictory advice. But then they got smart. They created a structured prompt, a template that laid out their risk tolerance, their investment horizon, everything. And suddenly, that random noise turned into a clear, actionable strategy. That is the power of a good prompt.
So here it is, the playbook. It's a simple 5-step process.
And you'll see it starts with something very human, finding a real problem to solve. And it ends with the one thing that AI can never, ever replace: your own unique imagination. Let's walk through it.
All right, step 1, and this one is absolutely crucial. All real value creation starts with a genuine need. Don't think about big, abstract ideas. Look for real-world gaps. Could an AI-powered platform better match jobs to people in your city? Could a diagnostic tool help clinics in rural areas? It's all about focusing on tangible execution.
Next up, steps 2 and 3. Step 2 is to focus. Don't try to boil the ocean. Pick a niche, one area where you can become a real expert. Then, once you have that focus, you move to step 3, break the problem down. The analogy here is perfect. It's like an artist using a grid to draw a complicated portrait. You tackle one small square at a time, and pretty soon you've handled the whole complex image.
And that brings us to the last 2 steps, which honestly are the most powerful. Step 4 we just talked about, master prompt engineering. And step 5 is to cultivate imagination. Just look at this chart. AI by itself? Sure, it has some potential. A human by themselves? Even more. But when you combine that unique spark of human creativity with the raw computational power of AI, wow, that's where the magic happens. That's the real engine for the future.
So when you boil it all down, this isn't a story about humans versus machines. Not at all. It's about forging a new and incredibly powerful partnership. Now look, we have to be honest here. There are real risks. Jobs will change, and some will be displaced. There are real concerns about a new kind of digital divide, and of us just getting too lazy and relying on these systems too much. And that's exactly why human oversight is non-negotiable. We have to be the ones in the driver's seat.
But maybe the biggest risk isn't that AI gets smarter than us. What if the real risk is that we get dumber by not using our own skills? The way to fight that is to lean in, to use AI as a sparring partner that pushes us to be sharper, more creative, and to think on a whole new level.
So, no, this isn't some movie you can just grab popcorn and watch from the sidelines. The age of AI is a frontier, and it's calling for pioneers. It requires people who are willing to roll up their sleeves, learn the tools, and actually engage with the problems that matter.
So I'll leave you with one final thought. Every single major revolution in history has rewarded the people who saw it coming and got themselves ready. This one is no different. The time to start learning, experimenting, and building is not tomorrow. It's now.